Greetings and welcome to Rudy Eats. I'm not going to be eating, it's going to be more a feasting of the mind, perhaps, because I'm going to tell you a story. But, yes, I did end up going to the hospital again. This had nothing to do with cereal this time. I was shooting some footage with the Reckless Eating crew, and one of them happened to have some like seafood extract paste, something for other, and the very scent of it was nauseating to me, and I was retching my guts out, and they thought, oh, won't it be funny to have, Rudy eat it? And so of course I was like, sure! Of course, just to recap, I am allergic to shellfish. Well, let me rephrase that. I was pretty sure I was allergic to shellfish. As the story unfolds, we'll come to find that I most definitely am. During the last time I filmed with them, we did some shrimp thing, and I was a little iffy about it, so I didn't swallow it, but I did take a bite and then, swish it around and then spit it out, and then I was fine. So I thought, hey, this time, as long as I don't swallow, I should be fine. And from the way it smelled, there was no way in heck I was going to be able to swallow it. So I thought, win-win, We get awesome footage of me, throwing up, and I don't die. So, as it, turns out, I took a bite, and the stuff was horrendous. It was probably the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. Yeah, I'm going to put that out there. And I immediately, proceeded to gag and hack and, fall all over myself and sputtering, drooling, nausea. And, of course, everybody thought it was hilarious, and I'm sure it made for some good footage, which is what I was really after, because at the end of the day, I'm a giver, and I really just want to get that shot, That's really going to make that episode. But as about 15 minutes after that, I'm chilling under a tree, and Matt Zion comes over and he's like, you alright? You're looking kind of red. Are you having some kind of reaction? And I was like, nope, I feel okay. And then I got up and started going to the house, and as soon as right after he said that, I got this really weird disoriented feeling, and my tongue immediately went numb, and then my mouth and my throat went numb. And I was like, yeah, having a reaction. And he was like, okay, let's go to the store, get some Benadryl, because they didn't have any Benadryl because it had all been taken from the last person that had a food allergy reaction. Maybe she keeps some on hand, I guess. Also, you should probably be having people sign waivers. Might be a good idea if, people are going to have to go to the hospital on a regular basis. But just a little thought, a little smidgen of legal protection may not be a bad idea for the Reckless Eating crew. But, so, we're driving to go get the Benadryl, and Matt Zions, he had some hot stuff, and he was like, I don't feel good, because he's sensitive kind of to hot things, and he was like, I hope I don't have to go to the emergency room. And I'm like, I hope I don't have to go to the emergency room. So anyways, we end up getting the Benadryl, and I knock it back. And then so I'm sitting there and I'm chilling for a while, and my throat is starting to get like itchy and kind of swollen. But I don't think I'm going to dive in there. So I think the Benadryl is doing its job. So I'm sitting there for a while, and I'm not feeling right, but I'm not feeling in danger or anything. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to take off home, thanks for everything. And he's like, you probably should have reminded me that you have a seafood allergy. And I was like, yeah, but the footage was going to be so good. And then he was like, it's okay to say no. And in my head, I'm like, I have that problem where I just can't say no, But I'm a pleaser, so I'm driving home, and I'm feeling a little shaky, and I'm like, all right, I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to stop in at the emergency, and I'm going to get checked out just to make sure. And so, I go to the emergency room, and 3 hours later, they finally admit me, and he gave me some prescriptions for some antihistamines and anti-inflammatory, and I was okay after that. But yeah, that was the second time I've sought medical attention because of something I've eaten. So probably gonna start being careful. I'm gonna be more careful about what I eat, consume, put in my body. And here's just a little info fact, a little warning actually that you guys should probably be aware of. I had a previous reaction that was very mild to shellfish. Well, I mean, I say it's mild. I threw up because it made me so incredibly nauseous, but I didn't my throat didn't close up, I didn't die, but in that sense it was mild. And I was telling my doctor about that, and he says usually the way reactions and allergies like that happen, like with peanut allergies, bee stings and things, is your first reaction can be very mild. And after that, the antibodies that build up in your bloodstream, they hang around. And so the next time you have it, it's an immediate, far more severe reaction commonly. So basically they said your first reaction maybe, you could break out in hives. And then your second reaction is you stop breathing. Which is kind of scary looking back. So I'm thinking food allergies is not something you should really be playing around with. Something you should really be taking seriously. On the plus side, I have an EpiPen now. So as those little things where you pull the tab out and the needle shoots out and you jam yourself in the leg with it. So the good news is I now feel like Nick Cage in The Rock. So I got that going for me.